Why did Street Fighter 2 feature so many editions? What differences are between the games, if it's just the same version? Well, they may look the same, but they have important changes made. Changes that have made them special in their own way. What are those changes, you may ask? We got you covered, as we will unveil the differences between all the Street Fighter 2 games. Without further ado, let me welcome you to the Fighterverse. Street Fighter 2, The World Warrior, is the first iteration of the Street Fighter 2 series, released in March 1991. In this game, you will find all of the basic elements that will be carried over to later editions of Street Fighter 2. There were 8 selectable characters in the original game, but only Ryu and Ken share a moveset, though they are still subtly different. The single-player tournament has the player facing off against 7 other main characters, before taking on 4 non-selectable boss characters. If there were no clear winners, World Warrior matches would reach 10 rounds before making the losing player lose by default. Guile's infamous Invisible Throw and Golden Stance malfunctioned in early versions of this version.
Round 1, fight!
In April 1992, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition was released as the first update. From the original edition, the 4 boss characters were added as selectable characters. One character was distinguished from the other by its color scheme. Below their life bar, characters using their alternate color scheme have their names printed in blue. As a result of the addition of clone matches, the number of opponents has increased to 12 in single-player mode. Redrawn artwork and recolored backgrounds were also done for some stages. To balance the characters, much of the gameplay was revised. Since this edition, the maximum number of rounds has been reduced to 4. Due to its popularity, the Champion Edition has been the basis for a number of illegal hacks. One of them is Street Fighter 2 Rainbow Edition. Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper Fighting was a minor update released in response to the proliferation of modified bootlegs of Champion Edition. Hyper Fighting was released in December 1992, 8 months after Champion Edition, and improved the game's speed and added new special moves, such as Dalsim's Yoga Teleport and Chun-Li's Kikoken. The characters all received new color schemes. The new scheme became the default scheme, while the original scheme served as an alternative for all characters except M. Bison, who continued to use his original scheme as the default, and the new scheme as the alternate. In October 1993, Super Street Fighter 2, The New Challengers was released. This is the 4th game in the Street Fighter 2 series, released for the CPS2 hardware. Instead of the CPS hardware earlier games were released on, there was a brand new animation sequence included in the game, along with new graphics. Animation frames have been added for the characters' attacks and win poses, as well as for the bosses' base attacks. Vega and Sagat, for example, did not have jumping punches in the previous version. Also, all the audio in the game has been remade. The 16 characters added to the roster are complemented by 12 characters returning from previous versions: T-Hawk, Cammy, Fei Long, and DJ, whose numbers have grown to 14 in Total War Super. The single-player mode against the CPU, however, did not change. Like in previous versions, players fight against 8 opponents, now randomly selected, before facing the 4 bosses, for a total of 12 fights. Each character now had 8 selectable color schemes, in addition to their regular colors. Players can also select their characters in the Champion Edition and Hyper Fighting colors, or choose one of 5 new color schemes. Because Super Street Fighter 2 returned to the slower gameplay pace of World Warrior and Champion Edition, it was released as Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Super Sto 2X Capcom.
In March 1994, the Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, known in Japan as Super Street Fighter 2X Grandmaster Challenge, was released. Among the many new features of Super Turbo is the ability to perform a new type of special move called a Super Combo, which comes with a great deal of flexibility for each character. Super Combos are special moves that can only be performed when the Super Combo gauge is full. The super combos give each character's special moves a significant upgrade by delivering an increased number of hits. Once a player executes a super combo, the super combo gauge is emptied again. The gauge is filled by regular and special moves against their opponent. Whenever a super combo is used to defeat an opponent, the background flashes yellow and red. Among the new features in Super Turbo are the ability to juggle or perform a combo against an opponent who is falling. A combo attack that can be connected to another combo attack or with a super combo can be done, and vice versa. A throwing or holding attack can also be avoided if the player makes a safe fall to reduce the damage. Lastly, as its name suggests, Super Turbo reprises the fast-paced gameplay of hyperfighting, following Super Street Fighter 2's slower pace. What did you like about Street Fighter 2? Let us know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on new theories and info. Thank you for watching.